What's up, everyone? Excited to be here talking to you about this little game, Trails of Tucana, and this is going to be another one of these reviews in which you're going to learn how to play. I'm going to encourage you to like and subscribe to this video. You can get that out of the way right now if you could do that, just down below. Boop, 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 push. This is going to be a great little walkthrough of Trails of Tucana. It is another one of these games we can use in our classrooms. It's infinitely scalable, like I keep saying on this channel, which is awesome. So if you want, you can, down in the description down below, right next to that like button that you've already clicked, you can get the sort of template for this particular game that we've put together for you. You can play along with us. You can pick up a copy, play with your students over a Zoom or in your classroom. Can't wait to get to this one, so let's take a look at Trails of Tucana. All right, first of all, there are two different boards that we could play on. You can play on the Petite board or the Grande board. The only difference is you're going to play sort of 3 rounds instead of 2 rounds. So the Grande is the bigger one, the 3. The Petite is the 2 round. Super quick game, super fun game. We're probably going to play both on the channel, so stay on the lookout for that. Here are all the various card types we have in the game. They won't be laid out like this for our live stream, but I just wanted you to walk through. Here's the deck that we're going to use the most. These are going to have all the landscape types. This is used for setup, which we'll get to in a second. Then we have these blue bonus cards. We will probably use the blue bonus cards for sure in our game. It depends how many people are playing. For our live stream, we're probably going to always set it up for more than 4 or 5 players, so you're going to be playing with both the number 1s and number 2s, which doesn't make any sense to you. You don't have to worry about that right now. I'll teach you that in a sec. And on our live stream, we may throw in this little red variant where we'll play with 1 or 2 of these red cards. We'll get to all of that right now. For setup, we have several things to lay out here. One, we have these blue bonus cards that we're going to lay out, and these are different depending on the number of players. Here I have it set if you were playing with 5 or more players. On our live stream, I think we're always going to set it up for 5 or more, but if you had less, you'd only play with the 1s and not the 2s. You set it up so that like these are both the A cards, the 1 on top of the 2. These are kind of these bonuses where if you're the first to get it, you get this one. If you're the second one to get it, you get this one. And if you're the third to get it, you don't get anything. Like most of these games, if multiple people get that bonus on the same round, they all get the bonus. It's just for people that come on a later round. The next part of setup are these funky little setup cards here that we'll take a peek at here. So put one down right here. How this is going to work is I'd start on D. And looking at our player sheet here, you can see that we have these kind of numbers here. These numbers aren't used in the game, they're only used in setup, and it corresponds to this. And the rule book talks about several ways we could set up. We could all do the same board, where I would put D in this number 1, and then we would just kind of keep going around. I'd go B, and then I'd go A, and then I'd go C. You get the idea. I'd fill it in. And then it suggests if you really want variable setup, maybe somebody else does that same distribution, but kind of one number clicked over. Somebody else can do another number clicked over. So on the live stream, I might call that we mix it up and you guys can pick any number to start on, but then you follow that pattern. So whatever your first number is, if your first number is 5, then you're still going to go D, B, A, C, E from that number. This is just going to make your board slightly different. Again, pay attention on the live stream in terms of how we're playing. If we're playing that we're all doing the same board or if we're mixing it up. But these cards, you can see they give you a bunch of them, and it really does allow for various different play. So I'm going to set up the board so that I can teach you how the flow of a turn goes. All right. Now I took this card and filled in our board here, and you can kind of see starting with that D, then A, then D, then B, then A, then E. All right, so I did this card. You guys got that. Then we get down to playing the game, and that's with this big deck of cards here. And on this big deck of cards, all the terrain that's on the map is in here. And there are wild cards like this one that have all the terrain on it. There are just sea zones. There are just trees. There are deserts. There is also even mountains, if you can believe that. Yes, there are all those things. On a turn, I am going to draw exactly 2 of these cards and flip them up so that you guys can see them. And what we have to do, anywhere on our board, we have to draw a single line from the center of one desert to the center of one tree, or you could start from the tree and go to the desert. Because these are our 2 cards drawn. They don't have to grow from other paths. You literally can hop all around on this thing. But what you're trying to bring home is to these villages, and all the letters that we just put down are villages. They're connected to these little graphics here. You're trying to bring home some of these sightseeing paths, right? So here we have all these things that people want to come to your area and see. We need to have paths to those things so they can take some photographs, bring their children. It's going to be a great vacation, but we need to have paths to them to a village. So here I have a desert to a tree. So I can jump around to any desert and tree. All right, I'm going to go right here. And you can see I got desert and tree. I'm coming close to bringing it home to E here. If I could just get one more. So I'm going to hope for a tree and a tree, and then I can do that, which would be awesome if I could. So there you go. I throw those cards away, and we do it again. And this time I drew a mountain and any graphic I want. Again, I don't have to stay in this little quadrant down here. A mountain and anything I want. So maybe I'll do this. A to this mountain. And that's getting us close to getting this obelisk, and we would do it again. Throw those cards away, and I flip 2 more. Mountain and a desert. So this is perfect for me. Mountain and a desert. I now have a pathway to that obelisk. And what I do here is I fill in, I circle this, because I achieved that. So now at the end of this first round and at the end of the second round, I get to score that, which is awesome. It's worth 1 point. If I can get another one, it's worth 2 points, 2 more points. So really 3 total. And I get to draw a path anywhere I want on the board, which would be awesome. So we're going to keep doing this. 2 cards, 2 cards, place 2 cards, 2 cards, 2 cards. Eventually I'm going to get down to only 1 card left, and we don't play that card. That signifies the end of the first round. And what we do is we score up all the sightseeing things. And that's this corner right here. You can see that by this little graphic, and it's on right here. So first round, how much did you score? So let's just pretend that I got this. Let's say I did really well. All right. So then I add these up, and these are cumulative. So I get 1 plus 2, so that's 3. Plus 2 more is 5. Plus 3 is 8. Plus 4 more is 12. So I would get 12, and I would write that here. Now the super sweet thing, whatever you can cobble together in that first round is awesome, because look, it's going to score again in the second round. So I will automatically, second round, I'm at 12 points for that. And if I can connect a few more things, and let's say I get that, now I'm at 17 points for the second phase, if that's where it ended, and I get 17 points. That's not all we're going for though, people. We still have this section here that you might be like, what's that all about? This is if you can connect those cities. So if I can connect A and A, I get 14 points. So let's look at my A and A village, for example. Here's village 1A, one of my A's, and up here's the other A. So if over the course of the game, I can kind of work up there, boom, then I get to circle this 14. And if I can do it with the B's, and you can branch off, that's fine. Where's the other B? And so let's say I did that over the course of the game, I would then have gotten that 13. That's awesome. The other thing we have to look out for, people, are these bonus cards. This is that first come, first serve basis I was telling you about. So when we look on this map here, if I was the first to connect my A and A, I would get an additional 3 points. And you can see that our scorecard just has that already. If you're the first, you circle that. I got 3. This is gone. Then on the live stream, you guys can't get that anymore. Again, if multiple people got it on the same turn, we both get it, and that's fine. But now everybody else can only get 2. The moment somebody does that for the second time, it's gone, and now no one gets anything for connecting those. And I also told you that we might play with these red ones. If we're playing on the live stream, we'll probably play with 2 of them. They're worth 6 points. And it's just if you connect these 2 resource types or these 2 sightseeing spots together. That's it. We score that up. We would add all of these things up. So you got your 2 rounds for that. You got your village total up here, which is 27 for me, if that's what I had. And then if that's the only one I got a bonus for, I got that 3. You add it all up. That's your final score. I put on your sheet here, a little fun achievement. And depending on which one we're playing, if we're playing the small or the grande, the scores that you're trying to achieve. This does depend on player amount and this kind of thing, but I thought it'd be fun to throw on there and just see what you guys do with it. That is Trails of Tucana. The grande board is a little larger and it works the same way, except you now have 3 scoring rounds for the sightseeing. Works the same way. Get down to 1 card and then you score, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. These things score every single time of each of these. So you can score those multiple times, which is awesome. So again, the earlier you get those, the better. That's it, everybody. That's Trails of Tucana. This one is super fun, super light, super easy. I think that the player board is nicely laid out so any students can really get to it and understand it. The iconography is fantastic. It is a bit of a head scratcher trying to think of what to go for, and I absolutely love it. So as always, I hope you play with us on the live stream. I hope you're enjoying these videos, checking out the entire Let's Play library, which I think is now up to like 19 different roll and write games that are like this that you can play with as many people as you want. And that link is down below where you can get to kind of our main library and just check them all out. And you can get our templates. You can play with us on the live stream, get notified when that happens if you click that bell icon. And also you can play with our templates in your classroom. So check it all out. As always, I absolutely love playing with you guys. I hope you love playing with the people in your family and your friends. Get them to the table if you can. If not, get them to the Zoom. All right, take care.